Remember, same time tomorrow night.
Get the tarps ready, bring in the tender plants. I'll give you the frost advisory details and when temps warm up. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, no verdict yet. A New York jury begins deliberations in former President Trump's so-called hush money trial. The report from that first day of deliberating. Plus, Manasteek's farmers market season begins. We'll tell you what's new there this year. And ticks everywhere this spring. A health expert weighs in on how to avoid illnesses. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this News at 11.
It's cooling down a little bit so far tonight, Air, but it's a good night for people to bring those plants inside. I see our frost alerts have increased.
Yes, it kind of matches your dress. Icy blue. We've got that across the UP. Definitely go get those plants here after the break, or during the break, I should say, as we've got frost advisories across the UP and northern Wisconsin. These are going to go basically the early morning hours on our Thursday, starting at 2 a.m. Eastern time until about 10 a.m. And those temperatures could be in the 30s, so expect widespread frost, though, across the Upper Peninsula for your morning. Taking a look at current conditions, we're fairly dry as far as precipitation is concerned, and those temperatures at the moment, well, we're in the 40s, but again, it's going to be quite chilly. I'll go over that after the break.
Thanks, Air. New at 11, jurors in the so-called hush money trial of former President Donald Trump spent their first day deliberating. They finished with no verdict, and they'll be back again tomorrow. As Michael George explains, the jury is already sending notes to the judge.
Former President Donald Trump offered some parting thoughts outside the courtroom after the first day of jury deliberations.
It's a disgrace. This thing ought to be ended immediately. The judge ought to end it.
The 12 Manhattan jurors, 7 men and 5 women, spent about 5 hours deliberating. No cell phones allowed, but they have access to a laptop containing all the evidence.
It's a pretty extraordinary experience because you have people from all walks of life, all kinds of different diverse backgrounds, who are now charged with making this very important decision. They're also, quite frankly, very aware that the world is watching them.
Before beginning deliberations, Judge Juan Merchan gave jurors strict instructions to set aside any opinions and bias in reaching their verdict. He laid out the 34 counts Trump faces and showed the documents related to the payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels, 11 invoices from Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen, 11 checks, 9 of them signed by Trump, and 12 entries in the Trump Organization's ledger. The presumptive Republican presidential nominee is charged with falsifying business records in order to hide an alleged sexual encounter from the voting public just before the 2016 elections. Trump has denied the encounter took place. Before their day ended, the jurors sent a note to the judge asking to hear the judge's jury instructions read back to them, as well as testimony from 2 key witnesses. Specifically, they want to hear what former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker and Michael Cohen said about a Trump Tower meeting in August 2015. Pecker says they came to an agreement with Trump himself about a scheme to kill negative stories about him. The judge indicated those passages will be read back to the jury Thursday.
If convicted, Trump could serve up to 4 years in prison or receive a sentence of probation with no jail time. Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced $376 million in funding for renewable energy rebates and infrastructure today. The money from the U.S. Department of Energy and the Environmental Protection Agency was announced on the second day of the MACNA Policy Conference. Governor Whitmer says the money will help 18,000 families install solar panels in their homes and communities, drive down the cost of utility bills, and significantly lower the costs of new energy-efficient water heaters, stoves, furnaces, and heat pumps.
Lower income households could see their bills drop by an average of 20%. And they can live in a nicer, more affordable, comfortable space. So just think about what that quality of life means for people.
The conference events continue through Friday. We will have more reports from Mackinac Island tomorrow. We also have more from today's events at WZMQ19.com. The Upper Peninsula State Fair is one of 4 fairs in the UP receiving state funding to upgrade facilities. The Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development awarded $1.5 million to fairs throughout the state for building and capital improvements. With its $100,000 grant, the UP State Fairgrounds will resurface the beef arena, replace the current seating with 10 rows of aluminum bleachers, and extend the roof to meet the north side of the beef barn.
Multi-species livestock auction arena, and so we're really looking forward to expanding its use beyond just the livestock component of the fair and the other 51 weeks of the year. It's certainly going to enhance accessibility, and we're excited to see what opportunities it presents.
The fairgrounds operation manager says preparations for the 2024 fair started just after the end of last year's fair. Crews will be focusing on landscaping this week. WZMQ 19 is a proud sponsor of the UP State Fair, and we will have coverage throughout that week beginning August 12th. Farmers market season is in full swing across the UP, and Manistique's kicked off this afternoon in a new location. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details.
Founded in 2010, the Manistique Farmers Market continues to draw a large crowd season after season, and it's moved to Triangle Park this year for the first time.
The people of Manistique look forward to this every year, even people who call this place home for half of the year. For me, the most important thing is bringing a greater access to fresh food for our community.
Among those providing fresh food is Cushion Pronk Farm.
We do a little bit of everything: succulents, wild leeks, farm fresh eggs, freshly baked bread this morning, knit hats, Angora fiber, and some pollinator gardens that we install too.
Shoppers will also find flowers, woodworking, and even educational resources, as well as personal care products from vendors like Venture Up Farm.
We grow lavender and we have bees, and we started making body products, so we make soap, body scrubs, lip balm, body lotion bars, shampoo bars, and conditioner bars.
The market is a new experience for first-time vendors.
Exciting and scary at the same time, I guess. Just recognition and a quality product for, the consumer.
And for all, it's an opportunity to network with other farmers and artisans and to grow their reach in the community.
We do quite a few markets throughout the area, so we're really happy to get out and expand and be able to seek out new communities to get our products into and help our business grow.
It offers them an opportunity to make money, get people to know who they are on a weekly basis without having to have a whole shop in order to sell and make money, which is really nice.
The Manistique Farmers Market runs from 5 to 6:30 every Wednesday through October 30th. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Manistique.
Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, the first big bike race of the season crosses Marquette County this weekend. We'll have the details on the Iron Range Roll and later high school boys tennis finals. We're back in 2 minutes.
Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture. Upgrade to performance and save up to 30% on kitchen and laundry models. Buy 3 appliances and get a $200 rebate on kitchen, laundry, or mix and match. May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
Major Seth Adams, the loudest voice in the West, heard from practically anywhere.
Sounded to me like it come off the Ponderosa.
Weekdays at 4 on MeTV 19.1. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
That's right, Jack.
Weeknights on CBS.
John's Auto is still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle. Our standards are still the highest. We have the cleanest hand-picked inventory around. That's what we're known for.
John's has built a legacy over the years, if you will, and for us to be able to jump into the service industry, the detailing industry, we provide quality service, timely, reliable, trustworthy, just like John's has for years in car sales.
Come on down to John's Auto and see what we're all about. Sales, service, and detailing.
Who will be there when the final whistle blows or the final votes have been cast? Will you? start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Don't be too startled to see that ice scraper. You could be using it tomorrow morning as those temperatures are going to be quite brisk in the 30s. I'll go over them here in just a moment, but we do have those frost advisories across the majority of the UP, and everybody could be seeing frost here and there. Just a reminder, in case you have any pets or creatures outside, make sure you take care of them and check on them in the morning if you haven't already done that this evening, because it is going to be a chilly one. Let's take a look at what those temps should be across a few areas here in the morning. At 6 a.m., Escanaba around 39, a little bit chillier in that interior. Of course, we're expecting those temperatures to be in those mid to even low 30s, possibly hitting 32 for Iron River, Iron Mountain, and the like. So Thursday here in Marquette at 6 a.m., we'll see about 40 degrees, and then eventually we will warm up close to 70 by 3 p.m., and that sunshine continuing until that sun sets around 9:30 or so in the evening. So it's going to be a wonderful day to get outside, and at the moment that UV index is only at level 4. So just a reminder, we've got frosty grounds. We could see this on Friday morning as well. Right now, though, those lows on Thursday evening are looking in the 40s. So everybody cross your fingers that we're done with that at the moment. And then warmer sunshine we'll see Thursday, Friday, and then again on Sunday. Saturday is the day we're going to expect some rainier conditions, possibly maybe a thunderstorm or two, but at the moment it's looking like that could be more likely on our Monday. So I said that UV index is going to be about a 4 tomorrow. Usually if we're in that 0 to 2 range, your burn time's about 60 minutes and you're in that low risk, maybe no danger area, but that 4 is moderate, which means you could burn up to about 40 minutes. So make sure you've got your sunscreen and you're taking your breaks from the sunshine when you need to. Okay, Futurecast looks pretty boring at the moment. We could see some clouds here or there along Lake Superior for our evenings, but we're expecting mostly clear skies throughout the day, throughout the evening, and then, you know, like I said, just a few clouds here and there until Friday morning. We'll see them rolling in with some showers along that northwest coast before we see any showers. That's going to be in the early evening hours or late afternoon around 4 p.m. there. And then we'll see that continue. Maybe some thunderstorms, like I said, are possible. But again, most of that activity is going to be over on that west side, just so you are prepared. And then we could see some of this activity returning on our Saturday. Taking a look right now at Marquette. Yes, we've got possible showers on Saturday, but those temperatures still fairly nice. We're going to hit some 70s as well on Sunday.
Thank you very much, Air. The first big bike race of the season is coming to Marquette County this weekend. There's still time to register for the 11th annual Iron Range Roll. Over 150 people are signed up, with proceeds going to the YMCA and other local youth charities. The family-friendly event managed to raise over $10,000 at last year's event. This year, the race has been shortened to 12 miles and will start at the Cliffshaft Mine Museum in Ishpeming and end at Barrel and Beam in Marquette Township.
Or ride with your family. You know, there's plenty of places along the side of the Heritage Trail to kind of stop and take a break, catch your breath, or if you're really ready to send it, yeah, feel free, have fun, and just double check at the road crossings.
Race registration ends on Friday. We have more details at WZMQ19.com. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, nearly 100 people across the U.S. dies in a traffic-related incident every day. Experts estimate each year about 41,000 people will die in a traffic crash. Keeping our roads safe for everyone is a top priority for members of Congress. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports some senators are turning to technology as a possible way to reduce the number of traffic deaths.
According to a 2023 AAA study, nearly 94% of Americans drove at least occasionally in 2022, making our roads and highways busy places. But getting from point A to B safely is a concern in Congress.
Every day, unfortunately, more than 100 Americans lose their lives on our roads.
Looking at some of the most recent stats from the Department of Transportation, in 2022, States like Michigan, New York, and Pennsylvania had about 1,100 to 1,200 traffic fatalities. Roughly half of them involved passenger cars. About a third were alcohol-impaired driving, and another third were speed-related fatalities.
Since the pandemic, speeding, drunk driving, and non-use of safety belts account for most of the increase in traffic deaths.
Some senators are calling these traffic deaths a national crisis and are looking to use technology, like autonomous cars, to create safer roadways for everyone.
Unlike human drivers, autonomous vehicles do not get distracted, tired, or impaired. They can react to hazards more quickly and make split-second decisions based on vast amounts of data that no human could process.
While this is just one suggestion, they say public safety campaigns and technological innovations on their own are not enough.
We must also focus on improving our roadway infrastructure to improve safety. This includes maintaining road quality and focusing focused federal funding to leverage state, local, and private funding for infrastructure projects that will vastly improve roadway safety.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Warmer weather is here and more people are getting outside to enjoy it. And whether you're heading outdoors for leisure or to get some yard work done, it's important to watch out for ticks. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon spoke with some national experts about how to protect yourself from ticks and Lyme disease this season.
This time of year, ticks are out and they are determined.
Ticks only feed once over a several-month period, and so they invest a lot of effort into wherever they are, and they literally glue themselves in place, and they're making a commitment to the fact that that's where they're going to have that meal.
Experts like Dr. Stephen Rich say there are 2 activity periods for black-legged ticks, the most common carrier of Lyme disease.
So what I tell people is when you're planting your garden and when you're kind of done with the garden, those are the times when there's most active tick season.
Dr. Rich says ticks tend to hang out where the yard meets the woods. Cutting your grass and blowing away leaves are 2 great ways to deter them. Mosquito and special tick repellents can also help. Wearing light clothing makes it easier to spot them. Dr. Rich says ticks move upwards, so having your pants tucked into your socks and your shirt tucked into your pants is a great way to prevent a tick bite while outdoors.
If they crawl up on the outside of the sock and not up into your pant leg, there's a chance that they won't find a place to bite on you, or that they may actually get brushed off before they find a place to attach.
If you do find a tick on you, the best way to remove it is using a fine pair of forceps.
They're a little bit different than the tweezers that you might have in your medicine cabinet, that those are particularly effective for getting down close to that, where the tick is meeting the skin and pulling it out.
As ticks evolve, so are the innovative tools like this tick remover from the company Bug Bite Thing, designed to safely remove ticks of all types and sizes.
It's a very effective tool.
According to the Global Lyme Alliance, recent estimates suggest there are as many as 476,000 new cases of Lyme in the U.S. each year. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Experts say if you are bitten by a tick, getting it tested can help determine the risk of a bite, which could depend on tick species and whether the tick itself is infected. Sports is on the way next. A beautiful day for outdoor sports like tennis. Mike Ludlam is in next.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
Hi friends, Richard Karn here. Now I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, Do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen, and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
It's as low as household can go, period. Dining room, bedroom, living room, kitchen, it's simply the lowest prices household appliance, furniture, and mattress gallery can offer. The sales event is underway and runs through May 31st. The sooner you're in the door, the better the selection on floor models, display models, discontinued items. When they're gone, so get to household starting now. The price tag is what you pay, and you won't believe the prices. Low, low, low as household can go. Household across from the Westwood Mall.
A good and busy Wednesday evening, everyone. The Upper Peninsula Division I boys tennis finals looked a lot like a dual meet between Negaunee and Marquette. Those two schools met in 6 of the 8 flight finals. And according to Miners coach Kyle Sari, Negaunee only needed 2 wins to take home the championship. Let's go to Marquette. We'll pick it up at first singles. Marquette's Matt Barsh in the near court against Negaunee's Gavin Saunders. And boom, will come the forehand right here. Down the line for a winner. Barsh won the first game. So odd switch on odd numbers. So now it's Saunders near us, and he is going to get a vicious forehand as well. Saunders wins 5-7, 7-6, 6-1. 3 straight singles titles for Saunders, the previous at second singles. First doubles. Marquette's bang. Whoop, that would be Negaunee's James Thompson and Brady Johnson with the point there against Marquette's Billy Krebs and Lucas Belkowski. And on the next side, after switching again, Krebs hits a deep backhand coming up with a really big bounce. And the return is in the wheelhouse of that hockey player, Lucas Belkowski, and good enough for the point. Negaunee, though, takes this crown 6-2 and 6-love. Move over to second singles. Marquette's Chase Thompson in the far court against Negaunee's Tyler Lajmadier. And Lajmadier tries to approach the net, but Thompson connected with the backhand. Thompson won this match 6-4 and 6-3. And on to the results, where Negaunee won 6 of the 8 flights to win the team title for the second year in a row, and 5 of the last 7. Marquette was second, followed by Escanaba, Kingsford, and Westwood edged Gladstone for 5th. Meanwhile, the Division II finals were in Dickinson County with the finals at Kingsford. And we'll start at first singles. Munising's Carson Kinnitz is in the far court against West Iron County's Caleb Strom. Both players keeping the other behind the baseline for a while. And Kinnitz is going to get a forehand coming up here. And that was a little close to Strom's body. Kinnitz won the point and the championship 6-4, 6-1. Third doubles, Iron Mountain's Ben Truwong and Carter Casson in the near court. The Wycons, Ethan Isaacson and Keenan Dobson-Donati. And boom, goes the dynamite, dare I say. The point for Iron Mountain, but it was the Wycons duo who won this match 6-4 and 7-5. Over at third singles, sophomore Dominic Brunswick of West Iron took on the Mountaineers' Braden Casson. A good point, but the Brunswick hit it wide. Casson won this title 7-6 and 7-6. And on the board here, very close. West Iron County by 1 over Iron Mountain. Ishpeming third with 12, and then it was Munising and Gwynn. Now let's go to the boys Division I golf finals at the Marquette Heritage Course. 7th hole, Marquette's Caleb Chipolewski does not quite make the par putt. Graham Johnson from Escanaba going for birdie, and yes, Chipolewski points right where the ball should go. That was good for a 2 on the scorecard. Graham Johnson, 8th with a 77. Houghton's Marino Pisani will roll in a par putt here. Chipolewski will now tap in for his bogey. He was the medalist on the day with a 72. We go to the next group, and that would be Negaunee's Holden Meyer chipping from the front of the green, and I would think he was pleased with that result. Next, Cage Osterman of Baraga. Yeah, I know you're probably wondering, why is Baraga in Division I? Well, it's an enrollment co-op kind of deal. And Osterman did very well on the day. He was 3rd with a 74. Landon Doherty of Manistee is next. Nice roll here. A little turn at the end, though. Darty will continue his golfing career at Montcalm Community College in the Lower Peninsula. That's Lance Harry of Kingsford with a similar putt and similar result. And in the next group, Westwood's Tanner Anila with pretty good speed on the downhill attempt. He would tap in from there. He was 7th with a 76. Your champion, Marquette, with a perfect bowling score of 300. Then it was Houghton, Escanaba, Manistee, and Calumet. If we could go with those scores, please. And there they are. Thank you very much. Individually, Chipolewski, as we mentioned, with a 72, then Bowden-Moore with a 73, Osterman with a 74, and Jack Pond of Marquette, Brendan Jukery of Houghton, and Shane Wallen of Escanaba, all with 75s. Those 3 Marquette players, by the way, are all underclassmen. We go to the girls' action now. They took part at Wawanoan Country Club in Ely Township. First hole is a par 4. Escanaba's Camry Scott from the bunker settles in nicely. She was the medalist with an 83. Kingsford's Grace Mackey from just about the same spot, pretty close to the same result. She tied for second place. Marquette's Abigail Luke doesn't quite roll in that putt. She get a bogey. She was tied for 4th on the day. Let's go to the next group. It will be Menominee's Lexi Marino with a putt that's close enough for an easy tap in from there. She was 9th with a 102. Sault Ste. Marie's Haley O'Connor will put this putt in. And as we go to the board here for the girls' results, Escanaba is your winner. With Kingsford, 1 better than Negaunee. Menominee was 4th and Marquette 5th. Individually, as we mentioned, Scott, 83. Then Mackey of Kingsford and Abigail Dart of Houghton with 91s. Kennedy Glasheen of Negaunee and Abigail Luke of Marquette with 96s. Escanaba had 4 in the top 15. Division 2. Golf over at the George Young course in the Caspian area of Iron County. Hancock and Jeffers each had 4 golfers in the top 13. Bulldogs win at 333, Jeffers 348. Then it was St. Ignace, Iron Mountain, and Munising. Individually, Cooper Pigeon of the Mountaineers with a 76. Jackson Sinkowski of Hancock next at 77. Then Stevenson's Owen Keno, St. Ignace's Sawyer Graham, and Hancock's Bryce Hayner. For the girls, it was Bark River Harris getting the top honors. 4 of the Broncos are seniors. West Iron County 2nd, then it was Norway, Stevenson, and Munising. And individually, Ava McDonough, runner-up last year, the winner this year of Bark River Harris with a 101. Her teammate, Ella Boney, was next. Then it was Addison Franzine of West Iron County, Jalen Hancock of Munising, and 5th place, I should say, is Kia Dalla with a 108 from West Iron County. In softball today, it was Hancock defeating Calumet by the score of 14-4. In Major League Baseball, it was Pittsburgh and the Tigers splitting a doubleheader. Detroit won the first game 8-0. The Pirates much better in the second, 10-2. Matt Vierling had a home run in each game for the Tigers. And the Brewers come out on top over the Cubs by the score of 10-6. In hockey, Edmonton with a 4-2 lead in the second period. That one is starting to wind down in Game 4 of that series. And we will be right back.
As in all human conflict, adults fight and children suffer. Today, 7.5 million children in Ukraine need to find water and shelter. They need safety in school. They need a place to sleep and comfort in the dark. Show them the world cares. Support UNICEF on the ground in Ukraine. We won't stop until every child is safe. UNICEFUSA.org/action.
May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture. Upgrade to performance and save up to 30% on kitchen and laundry models. Buy 3 appliances and get a $200 rebate on kitchen, laundry, or mix and match. May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, we've got Pam Grier.
I love a good old mug. Look how big it is. This is fabulous. I keep my whiskey in mine.
Plus, a chef who saw beyond his circumstances.
I didn't know that the kitchen would actually be my path out of prison.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Who will be there when there are voices that need to be heard? Who will be there when amazing rises up or a need for a warning comes falling down? Who will be our ears and our eyes? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Whether it's on air or behind the scenes, there's a world of opportunities waiting for you. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Get connected to your community and your world. Scan this right now for weather, news, video, community events, instantly at your fingertips. The app from 19 News.
Currently, those temperatures are in the 40s, but we are expecting some very cold lows tonight and waking up on our Thursday, possibly in the 30s. Here's a look across the UP, especially that interior, but everybody expected to see some frost overnight and possibly in your morning. Shouldn't impact your commute other than possibly having to dig out that ice scraper that you maybe put away. The Iron Range roll on this Saturday, starting in Ishpeming. My goodness, friends, make sure you've got some wet gear ready to go because we do have chances of thunderstorms possibly starting when that race starts at about 1 p.m. as they head towards Marquette Township. But I'll keep you posted with any updates on that tomorrow. Escanaba, my goodness, we've got a farmer's market coming on Saturday there. And yeah, rain is possible, but those temperatures will be fairly pleasant.
Finally tonight, you might have seen this one floating around on social media already, but chalk this one up under "What are you thinking?" A district judge in Lower Michigan was shocked when a defendant showed up on Zoom while driving his car for his hearing on a charge of driving with a suspended license.
Hello, are you driving? Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today.
And the defendant appeared very surprised by the judge's decision on that. Innocent until proven guilty, but I think the prosecution may have had an easy case that day on that one. I don't think that man's attorney was very happy that day. I don't think so.
No.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Hi.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Check out our huge selection of Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. They make a beautiful addition to any room while reducing energy costs year-round. This Anetta Matte Black Indoor-Outdoor ceiling fan is $134.97 after rebate. We carry the largest selection of in-stock Hunter ceiling fans. The Allendale